One.
Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome along to the Marine Travel Arena this evening as Chorley take on Crosby. We're on very, very early, 20 minutes to go to kick-off, but prepared as always myself and you, and just want to get everything right audio-wise ahead of the game this evening. Put your phone on full.
Seems fine.
Yeah, so we're here at Marine this evening. Chorley taking on the Mariners. Both sides looking to get 3 points to kick-start the season. Ewan, both sides at the minute without a win, without a point, and Marine yet to score a goal. So in terms of the game itself, it really is a must-win for both sides.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, I think we've seen Chorley so far. We've seen 2-2-1 losses, in particular on Saturday. Desperately unlucky not to come away with anything away to South Shields, but say Chorley will come into this game with the bit in between the teeth, and will really want to take the game to Marine today.
Yeah, definitely, and it's a game that we're really looking forward to up here in the gantry area of Marine. Not the gantry, well, the gantry's over the other side, but we're sort of the back of the one of the stands. It's a unique viewing point, certainly in terms of where we sat. You get one sort of behind the goal area of the pitch, and you know your comparable example was Radcliffe. Where was Radcliffe David Airy just down below as they're a little bit of a giggle and a smile. And I suppose the big news for tonight from a Chorley point of view is Jack Hazelhurst not starting tonight, on the bench against his former club, and of course Sam Field in another one was with Marine at the beginning of the season, in the pre-season, had signed a new deal, and all of a sudden slap bang wallop, he's with us in Alicante. So things can change very quickly in football, and I think you probably agree with me on this one. Certainly Sam being with us, probably an extra bit of fire in his belly ahead of tonight's game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know as well, in particular in terms of Jack Hazelhurst, we do for certain that he was desperate to play today. Obviously, just questions about fitness just hampering him from starting at this moment in time. But as for Sam Field, and he'll want to prove Marine wrong for certain things which happened over the summer, won't he, today? So I think for him and for the rest of the team, they'll really, really want to get a win tonight. Yeah,
definitely. And another one, of course, who featured previously for a short spell with the Mariners was our very own Ange Pooler, who, of course, signed for the Magpies again on loan from Accrington Stanley. Ange's minutes have been somewhat limited in the last couple, Ewan. Again, on the bench this evening. Should Chorley supporters be worried with Ange not starting, or is it a case maybe of just how good Elliot Taylor's been so far?
I mean, I think if you've seen the last two games, you'll see how Elliot Taylor was, imperious in both. Obviously, that goal against Chester and against South Shields. I don't think we've seen. I don't think Robbie Tinkler in particular will come up against many strikers this season who cause him to have such a tough game as what Taylor did at the weekend. But as well as that, it's Chorley now have got numerous midfielders who are very, very good, and we see the midfield three today being used as opposed to a two. With Mike Calverley, obviously the skipper this season, Callum Rowe and Sam Fielding in that midfield is so important in games like this, in particular on the road, to try and dominate the midfield battle, not lose out in the midfield. And with there being three in midfield, you're going to have to take someone out from another position, and I think at the moment for Papula, unfortunately, that is him. But I've no doubt in my mind, if it comes to about 60 or 70 minutes on the clock, Papula will see himself getting some minutes today, and he'll hopefully try and get his first goal this season.
Yeah, I suppose that's the encouraging thing that Andy Priest has got in his locker, is he's got reinforcements, there lying in wait for him. You know, we mentioned there Jack Hazelhurst, Adam Henley for me, one of the standout players for Chorley so far this season. Again, early days, but Henners has been really, really good and impressive for me so far. Papula there, Hazelhurst, and again another one who will have felt that a little bit unfortunate to miss out tonight. Sam Bird, really impressed with him. Lewis Salmon again, still edging back towards full fitness. He'll be on the bench, lying in wait, and of course, somebody who's probably featuring in a different way than what you'd normally be accustomed to is Mark Ellis, obviously coming on up front for the last 5 or 10 minutes in both games. So what Priest's got is 3 changes tonight in Whitehouse, Ballard and Moore, all coming in from the start, but also he's got reinforcements again there at his disposal, that if his side are potentially on the back foot in the final 20 minutes, his bench is there lying in wait. Marine themselves, a couple of notable omissions for them tonight in Charlie Jolly on the bench and George Newell as well, the number 9 for them, spent 3 years at Ballatown. He's on the bench, as well as Sonny Hilton, their number 18, a live wire attacking midfielder who spent last season with Southport before sort of turning the tide in terms of Merseyside, swapping the yellow of the Port for the black and white of Marine. So an interesting game in prospect here. We're about 13 minutes away from kick-off, and please do let us know where you're tuning in from this evening. Share the link with your families and friends. There's small Magpies contingent building beneath us this evening here at the Marine Travel Arena, and hopefully for those of you who aren't with us here in Crosby, you'll tune in tonight. So we're just going to take a quick interlude, but we'll be back very shortly ahead of kick-off. Good evening, everyone. Welcome along to the Marine Travel Arena, for this evening's game between Marine and Chorley. My name's Pete Tscherewik, joined alongside Ewan Murray, who's sipping away at his Lucozade Original next to me. I'm parched, I've got no fluids whatsoever. I'm crammed into a press box with no water. Ewan, how's your day been?
Not bad. Well, I mean, on today's game, I know we said it before, but it's so imperative that both sides go into this game with no points thus far in the season, get some points on the board and try and kick on. I think we said on the way back, both of us really, from a Chorley perspective, if you get a win today, it's a real good opportunity to kick on, going into that game against Scarborough. Marine have yet to score a goal so far this season, still obviously wanting to break their duck as well. It's going to be a challenging game. I know our record here isn't the greatest, but that being said, though, you look at the upcoming games, you probably mark this game as more winnable than others. So it'll be a really interesting affair today, and obviously there's a lot of sort of rivalry between the two sides.
Yeah, listen, 3 games into a season, and it feels like there's an awful lot riding on it. Listen, you don't want to talk about 6-pointers, but both teams at the minute without a win, without a point on the board. Marine obviously back at home this evening. A bit of a point to prove for them on a Tuesday night in front of the home crowd. And for Andy Priest and his side, disappointing. It was a heartbreak, wasn't it, on Saturday afternoon at South Shields, having led the game for so long. And I guess it's a case of, look, we've got to go at Marine. We've got to give it to them. We've got to give absolutely everything, no stones unturned, and get 3 points and get out of here with at least something. That's the key message, I imagine, from Andy Priest. Again, we discussed it earlier, didn't we? Jack Hazelhurst will be disappointed not to have Jack among his options tonight. But having said that, fresh legs in there. Billy Whitehouse, Stephen Baller out wide as well. What can the man on loan from AB in Denmark do? He got 20 minutes against South Shields, and he looked a little bit out of sorts in places. But again, brand new to the side. Give him a bit of time to bed in. He's been given the nod tonight. And let's see what he can do. In terms of Marine's team, again, I'll run through it with you before we edge closer. A kick-off in goal, they've got number 23, Jack Barrett. Number 2, Isaac Abankwa. Number 3 is Jack Doyle. 5, James Butler. 6, Declan Drysdale. 7 is Finn Sinclair Smith. 10, Matty McDonald. 11, Connor McElhaney. 21 and captain is Josh Wardle. 22, Ben Darby, and number 30, James Potter. Ewan, reading through that team of Marines, any names that particularly stand out to you?
Well, I think we earmarked, didn't we, as well? We have done quite a while every time that you play against Marine. Is Finn Sinclair Smith arguably the main threat going forward for Marine? I think if Chorley can keep him quiet tonight, they're probably going to set themselves up for the best chance of winning. So he's the main threat, but you've also got Conor McElhaney with plenty of EFL experience, obviously on loan at Fylde last season. He played in that game where Chorley beat Fylde 2-0 at Victory Park. Obviously Fylde were down to 9 men in that game, but he's a player with, as I say, a lot of experience, and quite often in his career knows where the goal is.
Yeah, definitely. I think, again, Jolly out, McElhaney in. James Potter, no relation of Harry, my mistake, on the starting lineup for Marine. And in terms of that, Ewan, I noticed when he signed his new deal, James Potter, over 1 million views on social media for the young striker. So clearly highly thought of, and made a few attention waves elsewhere. But again, Marine have got a little bit of experience on their sides. Again, the likes of Lee Whelan, George Newell, Jolly, Sonny Hilton, and an interesting one is George Catter, who signed for Marine from a similar path to Elliot Taylor. Scored a hatful of goals in the last couple of years. I think 40 goals for Catter last season. So, Elliot Taylor, we've seen what he can do already in the first couple of games in pre-season. So, might be a bit of the same here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to the Marine Travel Arena. It's Marine versus Chorley here. Chorley sporting their brand new all-yellow away kit this evening. Welcome along to Magpies on Air. It's myself, Pete Tscherewik, in the hot seat alongside Ewan Murray. Ewan, we said against Chester it's going to be tasty, baby. I think it's a bit of the same tonight.
Yeah, there's a bit of an edge whenever these two sides play, and then look, as I say, both teams on no points so far this season. This is, the real opportunity for both sides to get points on the board. Real opportunity today for Chorley to hit the ground running, and let's hope they do so.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of the team news for Chorley this evening, in goal, number 1, Lee Bow Stowell. Number 5, Harvey Smith. 6, Max Hunt. 7, Billy Whitehouse. 8, Mike Calverley. 11, Warren Clark. 17, Callum Rowe. 20, his first start, Stephen Balla. 22, Elliot Taylor. 25, Sam Fielding, playing against his former club. And number 26, his first start and involvement of the season for Jack Moore. Substitutes for the Magpies, number 2, Adam Henley. 3, Mark Ellis. 10, Lewis Salmon. 16, Adam Blakeman. 19, again back with his former club Marine, Jack Hazelhurst. And 27, another one formerly Marine, Ange Papula. So you in 3 changes from the weekend's game against South Shields. What do you make of that?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously we know with Hazelhurst it's rather more of a knock rather than tactical. Birdie dropping out is an interesting one to me. I thought Sam Bird played really, really well against South Shields in particular. 1-1 against Sonny Finch. I thought he did really, really well. So, it's an interesting one, but we know Warren Clark can fit in at left back. We know Warren, I mean, we said it all last season, consistently gives you sort of a 7 or an 8 out of 10 performance, so there's no worries for me there. I think the interesting one today will be, can Stephen Balla really, get into the game early doors and show us what he can do? Yeah,
just trying to look below us there, Ewan, across. So surely going to be kicking from right to left from where we're sat here towards the Marine supporters and then Marine vice versa, naturally. Just interested to see what the shape's going to be tonight. It does look like it's going to be a back 4 with Warren Clark at left back, Hunt and Smith centre half, Jack Moore over on the right, and then it looks again potentially like Stephen Balla's going to go over to the left flank, Billy at Whitehouse over to the right. Now we are early as well, it's 43 past the hour, and I think we potentially either going to have to wait till 45 or we might kick off early. That's a rare sight, isn't it?
Well, the referee's not exactly looking like he's going to start the game now. In fact, he's chatting away to Matty McDonald at the minute for Marine, so...
They've had all the announcements, all the players come out early, and normally the players, they generally tend to take quite a while to come out, but not today. They're all out on time. We're early, and what I will say about Marine is they do have a scoreboard and a timer, so we don't necessarily need that in action this afternoon, or sorry, this evening, which is helpful. But as ever, we're high here, and the referee now, Mr. Tom Wall, counts up his players, looks at the goalkeeper, looks to his watch, and I think we're just about ready to go here in Crosby. Yeah, we're off and running here, and it's Whitehouse into Hunt, and straight away, long looping ball towards Stephen Balla. Surely looking to start on the front foot, Ewan, and I think they have to, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. Callum Rowe tries to clip the ball into the box here.
Good play that from Balla. And you are right, absolutely. Chorley started on the front foot here. Calverley caught there in a free kick in a Provincing area 25 seconds into the game. That's good. That's promising. And do you know what? Shooting range here, definitely. Stephen Balla, we mentioned it on Saturday, he's been practicing a few free kicks at Victory Park. Well, Jack Moore over it. Callum Rowe's there, so Moore I think is going to go and take it this time. Balla's on the edge of the area.
Jack will fancy this.
That's got shades of Macclesfield all over again, hasn't it? A little bit over towards the left-hand side, but exciting to see what comes of this. An early sighter, an early tester for 24-year-old Jack Barrett on loan from Blackburn Rovers. So more over it, Rose there as well. Short run-up if it's going to be more going for goal here. Going to be Callum Rowe. Takes it. Oh, and it's all the way in. It's Callum Rowe. What a fantastic strike. And Rowe gets the Magpies off to the perfect start. He's caught Barrett out. Surely 1.5 minutes into the game and we're ahead. Ewan, talk us through that one.
Yeah, that's brilliant from Callum Rowe. He stepped up to the free kick. He stepped up as if he was going to try and loop it over the wall. Instead he goes around the wall, sort of low around the wall, bent all the way around into the bottom right corner. Jack Barrett in goal, the man on loan from Blackburn, gets down, can't keep it out, and Chorley have taken an early lead here once again.
Yeah, get in there. What a great strike that was from Callum Rowe. It reminds me almost from a long, long way out Fabio Aurelio for Liverpool against Chelsea many, many moons ago, but he's completely caught the goalkeeper out there, right into the bottom corner. He just got a palm on it, didn't he, Barrett, but he couldn't keep it out, and surely in front, a minute and a half into the game, and I bet half the people haven't even tuned in yet.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, it's a real test now. Can Chorley keep the lead this time? Yeah, I mean, Marina yet to score a goal this season, so they'll be trying their utmost best to do so. There's a good ball in behind here. Look, aim towards Elliot Taylor from Stephen Balla. Taylor's got Whitehouse running ahead of him, and in the end it's a bit of a poor pass from Taylor. He's claiming that there's a bit of a foul there, but that was a good pass that from Balla in behind to Taylor straight away. Chorley showing that sort of directness that we saw in the early stages against South Shields in the early stages here.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big boost for us again. Now, listen, you look at the team news, you see Hazelhurst missing, and you think to yourself, like, oh, is that creative edge going to be there tonight? But listen, we all said it. We thought it was going to be Jack Moore who took it, and Rowie, he caught us out and he caught Marine out, which is the most important thing. Chorley ahead very early doors, off to the perfect start, and already Marine looking a little bit shaky here. Some people, again, still haven't even found the seats. Warren Clark down the left-hand side here finds Fielding.
Yeah, Fielding's going to have a real point to prove today, and he's going to be as assertive as he possibly can be in that midfield.
Good evening to James Eade, our main man, who has seen Chorley win 6 times in just over a year. Hopefully, James, you'll be back with us soon. Looking forward to seeing you. Having to put up with you in an awful lot more than I'd like recently, no. Oh, he shakes his head, no. Always a pleasure, never a chore with Ewan. And yeah, listen, perfect start for Chorley. Marine haven't got out of the first gear yet. Half shot comes in there, but no problems for Liebau. Nowhere near it, really.
Yeah, there's a lot of finger pointing going on at the minute in the Marine midfield in particular. Of like, whenever Chorley on the ball, they seem to have a go at each other who should press, who shouldn't, who should be dropping off, and who should be going to engage. There's a header away there. Callum Rowe heads it back towards the Marine back line. It's James Butler once again with another away. The ball is yet to hit the deck here. Calvley flicks it on towards Balla. A bank was all over the back of Balla there. In the end, he puts it out for a throw. It'd be a Chorley throw. In terms of the long throw bingo card, which is a thing I've just made up on the spot, it's going to be Warren Clark today for Chorley over them.
No Birdie, no Blake, so who's next in line? Yeah, there's your answer. Yeah, the perfect start for Chorley. And shouts for handball there. Referee Tom Wall not interested, but Billy Whitehouse plays the ball there. And again, Warren Clark's caught a Banquet napping. Can Warren get the ball into the penalty area? 1v1 with a Banquet, goes towards the penalty area, still going. 2 on him now. Can he keep it in or win inside a corner? Yes, he can. That's a corner. No, it's not. Got a bit too carried away.
Yeah, in the end, it was a Banker and Sinclair Smith doubling up on Warren Clark there. Just Warren ran out of, I was going to say of grass there, but it's not grass, this is it. Ran out of AstroTurf there to keep the ball in play. Goal kick for Marine. Good header away there by Harvey Smith in towards Taylor. Butler heads it away. There's a flick on it by Marine. In the end, it goes out for a Chorley throw just behind the halfway line. Throw in for Marine. Taken a bit too far forwards for the referee Tom Wall's liking, so it's going to have to be redone here. Jack Doyle, the new signing for Marine. Down the line it goes. Good header away by Maxson. It goes out for yet another throw-in. Almost hitting our analyst Cameron there in the gantry, that ball.
Yeah, Cameron no longer with Owen Pope by his side. But doing a stellar job as always. Again, look at Fielding. He's trying to be a menace here. Marine just slowly but surely trying to get themselves into the game. Fielding goes towards Taylor. It looks like he's been caught there. Play on, says referee Tom Wall. And now Warren Clark Billy Whitehouse starts again. Another bit of a reckless challenge there.
Fought that, yeah, I was going to say, I can't quite make out who it was. Might have been McElhaney on Jack Moore there. So Liebau's going to step forward here and take this free kick.
James just correcting me there, Ewan. Only 5 wins that he's seen for Chorley. That's a terrible, terrible issue that needs resolving. Sinclair Smith trying to build one here. Matty McDonald down the left-hand side, now through to McElhenney, who's gone over on the left rather than we expected him to be over on the right. Butler for South, sorry, not for South Shields, for Marine. I was just thinking about South Shields with Robbie Tinkler. It was like a nightmare of just seeing the ball constantly at Tinkler's feet, tinkering with us. McElhenney does well there. Jack Moyes beating the ball away from him, won a free kick as well.
It's a free kick to Chorley. Pretty much just inside their own half. Liebau style going over to take it. But 8.5 minutes gone here. Chorley deservedly in front for me. Ewan, would you say that's pretty fair?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the only sort of half chance we've seen so far. I think the only shot we've seen so far as well. So it was a great free kick by Callum Rowe, expertly done as Calvary touches it down.
It's an opportunity again for a throw.
I think this, Warren Clark's going to go over and launch this one into the box.
Yeah, right hand side. Warren Clark goes in towards the penalty area, targets in there, bounces down in towards the penalty area again and booted away by Doyle. Chance here for Marine on the counter if they can get it right.
Bit of a foot race there between Callum Rowe and a banker.
Brilliant from Rowe.
I'm just noticing, obviously, 3 goals so far this season for Chorley. All 3 have come from new signings.
Yeah, and that's the perfect harmony of what you want.
Great bit of pressing here from Billy Whitehouse, and he forced it out of play. And funnily enough, you just see to our right hand side there's a young fella who's watching the game from his back garden, and the ball would have gone flush onto his head had it not been for the netting there.
Incredible coming to grounds like this, you know, where you've got like houses within view of the ground. There's a ball bounced in the box.
Penalty area still not cleared. Comes off the foot of Harvey Smith. Stephen Ballard. Oh, he's lost his footing on it. Just rolled his foot on it. Edge of the penalty area. Shot comes in from field, and he hit that really well, did Sam. Surely pressure on here.
Yeah, I think Ballard's unlucky there. Obviously on a plastic pitch, the ball just took a little bobble as he about to hit it, then bounced up onto his inside of his calf. Clark's going to throw it into the box again, and it goes. It's in towards Hunt once more. It bounces down again.
Calvary, great header from him, headed away, only as far as fielding on the edge, headed on again. Bit of head tennis. His shot comes in from Whitehouse. Blocked away. Hit it well again, didn't he, Billy, on the volley?
Yeah, looked to be a push in the back there on Callum Rowe. Nothing given. Rowe's still battling for the ball here, and he's done really, really well. Surely at some point the referee's whistle's going to go.
Brilliant.
And it goes in the favour of Murray.
Oh, that's brilliant from Callum Rowe. Good evening, Jess. Hope you're well. Reminder for all of you, those that tune in potentially late, it is Marine 0, Chorley 1. Callum Rowe with a goal inside the opening 90 seconds of the game. A fantastic free kick which caught out the goalkeeper, Jack Barrett. Chorley very much on top here inside the opening 10 minutes.
Jack Doyle clips in a free kick of his own towards the penalty area. Easily headed away that by Harvey Smith. Elliot Taylor in a battle here with a bank where Taylor fizzes it into Warren Clark. Clark with the ball over the top to
he's in here.
Ballery.
He's in. Oh, the flag's gone up against Ballery. He's in on goal there. I thought, surely it's too good to be true to be in there, in behind. Elsewhere in National League North, Bedford 0, Buxton 1 is the only other goal as things stand. I think Hereford have just taken the lead against Radcliffe. It's been a tough start, hasn't it, for Bernard Morley's side? But you know, I think looking at the table, yeah, the only teams without a win, without a point as things stand, Radcliffe, Marine and Bedford, and obviously ourselves, and Hensford and Telford. Yeah, so there's still a good 6 teams in there without a point on the board. 3 games into a season now. Well, this is the 3rd, of course. And we said, didn't we, before kick-off, huge impetus on this game. Surely off to the perfect start. There's probably, say, between 50 and 100 travelling supporters just in front of us, some of them out of view. Very happy with the start that Chorley have made. Calverley breaking up the play there, and a long lofted ball up from Max Hunt. Touchdown by Butler for the hosts. Wardle.
Yeah, Marine just having a bit of a display possession here, doesn't aim. Good ball that by Wardle out to Sinclair Smith. He flicks it on.
Derby just flicked it up in the air. Warren Clark has headed it behind for a corner. Nice to see that Marine haven't changed from last season, where they decide to bang the back of the stands at any opportunity. The first thing they've done inside the opening 14 minutes. Ewan, is that a game's gone moment for you?
Maybe, we'll have to see. I mean, we might join in if Charlie get another. Let's see. It's going to be Jack Doyle over the corner for the hosts. And it goes, it's in towards Liebau.
Brilliant from Liebau. Can he get the ball out quickly? He's got Taylor there running on from it. He's got it if he can get near it. He's done really well there, holding off a Banquet. Oh, just gone away from him there, Diddell, but he's trying to pressurise again, and he's done well. Chorley won the ball back. Calverley's there. Balor's in space here. Edge of the penalty area, left-hand side. Stephen Balor goes for goal. It's blocked away only as far as Callum Rowe.
Let it go for a corner.
Let it go behind for a corner.
Again, it comes from that sort of high press initiated by Taylor, then Calverley joins in. Calverley next to pocket there, Matty McDonald. Good pass into Balor. Balor, I think he was waiting for that overlap, and in the end he saw it wasn't coming quick enough for his liking, so he decided to take the shot on. It's deflected behind for a corner. It's going to be Jack Moore.
Yeah, and Jack Moore, we know what he can do from a dead ball. And I wonder if that comes into the thinking of Andy Priest as well. Obviously, Henley's done so well in the opening two, and then, you know, Hazelhurst not on the pitch, Blake not on the pitch. You need somebody who can deliver from a dead ball. It's in towards the penalty area, headed away by Drysdale, only as far as Balor, who's decided to lump it all the way back to Liebau, which is not what I expected, but Liebau's got the ball at his feet, hits it long back towards Elliot Taylor. And as far as Fielding, he can get the ball down now and play. Driving towards goal, blocked away by a Banquet. Now Fielding needs to get back in, and he's done really well there. Puts a Banquet off.
Sinclair Smith tries to prod it through the legs of Clark. Clark gets a foot onto it. Here's Balor. Balor's brought down. Nothing
like
doing for the referee.
Free kick for me, that, Ewan. Unfortunately, I think the referee's got that one wrong, and hopefully doesn't lead to something more sinister from a Chorley point of view.
Here's McElhaney on the left-hand side for Marine. Plays it back to Jack Doyle. McDonald with a good piece of skill there to get away from Callum Rowe. Calverley marshals him though, and then Max Hunt clears forward looking for Elliot Taylor once again. It's a header away.
Take the throw.
By Butler, which goes out for a Charlie throw-in. As you say, Pete, inside the Marine half.
It's quite interesting that normally Marine's quite a hostile environment in terms of loud and a bit noisy, but 15 minutes into the game here, it's quite the opposite. It's quite eerie, it's quite quiet. Chorley have taken the sting out of the Marine crowd, and again, Chorley on the front foot here, trying to force Marine backwards, pinning them in, and they're doing a really good job of it. Elsewhere in National League North, Hereford have taken the lead against Radcliffe, and that's the only other goal to report inside the opening 15 minutes. But listen, made an awful lot of notes about Marine, didn't we, before the game's kicked off, but so far it's all been Chorley, and hopefully long may it continue.
Yeah, I think just needs to get a second at some point here. Whilst we're on top.
Down the line it goes. Isolated Taylor, headed back towards goal by Calverley, and again Drysdale boots the ball clear only as far as Moore. It's neat and tidy from Moore, finds Calverley now. Whitehouse, Calverley again, good shot, 1-2, Calverley then caught. That's a bad foul, that for me is a booking.
Should be a booking, you'd think, anyway.
I think it's Drysdale who's put his foot in. Declan Drysdale,
The referee's reaching for his pocket.
formerly of Tranmere Rovers. Made a good number of EFL appearances, 26-year-old. Played at Newport County as well, came through with Coventry City, just been promoted to the Premier League, but all the experience in the world, but that was a really bad challenge. And notice as well the skipper Calverley, high fives with Whitehouse, bit of appreciation from the pair. He did well to win the free kick. So Jack Moore over on the right to take it, just in line with the edge of the area in terms of where it is, over on the far right. swings it in very, very deep, in fact, towards the back stick. Max Hunt trying to get on the end of it, but Wardle lumps it away.
This little battle's going on in the middle of the pitch. It's sent out wide here towards Max Hunt. It's a good
It's a
touchdown
great
from the big man.
6'6" centre half, and he's got a touch like that. You can't complain. Fielding finds Calverley, who's in a bit of a sandwich. Fielding, to be fair, been really involved so far this evening. Calverley finds Whitehouse, swings the ball in first time with his left foot, caught by Barrett in goal. Good evening, Jeff. Yeah, all good, thanks. Hope you're well. Anybody else, let us know where you're tuning in from this evening as Scarborough continue their fantastic start to the season. A goal to the good against Spennymoor Town.
Marine are trying to go down the right flank there. It's hooked away by Warren Clark, and that's a miscued header to say the least.
All wrong. Butler, he's headed it into one of the gardens.
Not too sure how he's managed to do that, but no complaints from us.
Probably about how I would head the ball if I was to go near it one of these days. Good evening, Robbie. Hope you're well. Banquo heads away. Fielding, bit of head tennis here. Taylor, we always knew it was going to be a bit of a physical battle tonight. Stephen Baller's now in on it. He's just being caught there. Referee says no. Good persistence from Taylor, and he's forced an error out of Butler. Oh, and Baller went to hit it first time. He's been caught in the eye, and oh, very nearly there. Taylor, free kick on the edge again. Very nearly a spot kick that, Ewan. Very, very close to the penalty area.
But what I do want to say is it's Drysdale again, and you'd assume he's fouled on Calvert before. The referee had a quick word with him. You'd probably assume it's a final warning. He's got away with it once again there, you'd have to say. We assumed Jack Moore was going to take one from this side before, and in the end it was Callum Rowe who took it. I think it's more of a crossing position, this one though, rather than a shooting position, so I think we have to assume this time for definite that Jack Moore will take this free kick.
Yeah, he's still there with Rowe, but there's no way he can bend it all the way around.
Yeah, it is going to be Jack.
Jack Moore's going to go for goal. It's on target after all. That thought it was going to be a cross, but he goes for the shot. On target, claimed by the goalkeeper. He was on, and then he goes and kicks it out of play. And apologies if you heard any fruity language from the Marine supporters around us. They were less than happy with the goal kick that was taken there.
There's a bit of frustration going around as they don't feel as though this side is started off as well, in the same gear as Chorley thus far. Warren throws it down the line. Abankwa heads it out for another Chorley throw. An extra sort of 10 and 15 yards gained there by Chorley. And
this is all they need to do. Look, a goal to the good. And at the minute, they've got the better of Marine, pinning them in into the corners, and they're bringing them an extra 10 or 15 yards. Marine struggling to get out fielding with Clark. Does well there, wins another throw-in, 5 yards further forward. Clark down the line towards Ballot, isolated by Abankwa. Too soft, says referee Wall. And it's a Marine throw.
Abankwa now down the line for Marine. Ballas going up for it. It's won by a Marine head. It's dispossessed though by Fielding. He tries to send one out wide for Whitehouse to run towards. It's going to go all the way out as Jack Doyle sees it out for a throw. Cleared away by Moore. Down the line it goes once again. Taylor's trying to battle for it. In the end, Wardle's just opted to punt it out the ground. It's gone over the houses next to the ground, that one.
Special happy birthday to Will Bentley. Hope you have a great day, and great to see that Calv's mum's listening in. Got to look after your baby. Make sure he's behaving, and he certainly is behaving out on the field with the armband on. Surely a goal to the good here, 22 minutes gone. Clark into the penalty area, headed behind by Butler in another corner.
Really, we just need the Magpies here to get a second, take advantage.
Merthyr Town 1, AFC Telford 0. Paul Michael's side have taken the lead at Penydarren Park. Good evening, Alan from southern Spain as usual. So 23 minutes in, surely with another corner. More to deliver for this time from the right. Harvey's tries to get up for it, headed away by McDonald. Shot comes in from Balla. Bit weak in truth. Back to Moore over on the right. Recycle start again. Good delivery. Headed on by Smith. Taylor goes up for it against the goalkeeper, but the keeper's equal to it.
Yeah, Harvey was always leaning back for that. It's always going to be difficult for him to generate the correct power and direction. In the end, it just sort of loops up in the air and it's gathered by Jack Barrett in the Marine goal. Fielding gets that one wrong is McDonald passing to the penalty area here for Marine.
Can get it in the penalty area, comes into Liebau and he's forced down low, concedes a corner. Ewan didn't look massively convincing there, Liebau, but it is very difficult to say and to tell from such a distance.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a low cross by McElhaney, he interferes it across the penalty area, it hits the feet of Liebau and goes out for a corner. Charlie, you've got to deal with this. Clipped into the penalty area. There's a header. It's a Marine head. It goes further behind though.
Chorley can get the ball away. They could be in business, but I think it's Sinclair Smith who's over on the right. He goes for the give and go on the edge of the area, right hand side.
McDonald now takes it down the line, one on one with
Callum Rowe. Yeah, it does well there, Rowe. I think he's won himself a throw though, Matty McDonald, the former Warrington Town man, and he gives it over to a banker who you correctly pointed out his brother plays for Watford, which is an interesting one.
Yeah. Drysdale now is crossing to the box, he's blocked by Fielding.
Shocking ball that from Drysdale, and Butler's under pressure from Taylor. Where's he going to go with it? He tries to keep it in, but he decides to... he takes down Butler, and Butler's arm stretched. Not happy.
It's never a foul, is it? I mean, just battling for the ball. The referee's got the one right, he's just giving a throw. See that a lot for Taylor though. I mean, these centre halves must be absolutely frightened every time they see him, tearing to try and get back at them. Fielding battling well again.
That's a good ball. That
looking for Balla, just a bit too much on it though.
Yeah, just a shade too much. But I've noticed that from Stephen Balla so far this evening. He is trying to nip in behind, isn't he? Being a nuisance. Obviously, he had that one where he thought he was, naming headlights in behind, but he was offside. He's something he's trying to do. Obviously, playing out on the left, he's trying to get in behind.
Yeah, and he's fouled there by Banquet. And what I will say is, every time that Balla does try and make that run in behind, a Banquet isn't tracking him. So every time that he goes to that run, he is always free. So it's just a matter of whether the Charlie players can pick him out before he strays into an offside position. Liebau over this free kick for Chorley, about 10 yards into the Chorley half.
Scarborough 2, Spennymoor Town 0. Chorley, of course, will face off against Sea Dogs this weekend at Victory Park. Liebau's put his free kick in, and Jack Moore under pressure. He's done absolutely brilliant there, Jack Moore. Driving the ball up 30-40 yards, still going down the right-hand side. Pressure's on, Whitehouse is there with support. He's still going though, Moore. Brilliantly played that from Jack Moore. Ball in from Fielding, and Wardle clears it.
Clears it up to where he'd expect his striker to be, but there's no presence up there at all for Marine at this moment in time. Max up with the diagonal looking for Stephen Balla. Banquet heads it.
Oh, Calverley could get there. He's got there. It's in behind. Calverley's there. He's still going. Calverley! What a goal! What a finish! Surely 2 to the good. Mike Calverley. That's absolutely brilliant from the skipper. Persistence pays off. Marine 0, Chorley 2, Ewan. Now that was outstanding from Calves.
Yeah, absolute tenacity by Mike Calvin battling away. Initially it comes from the diagonal ball forwards by Max Hunt. It's headed really, really awkwardly by a banker across his own goal, really. Calvin sticks a foot in, gets there, then it looks as though he may have been tackled. He battles away, gets it away, gets an extra sort of half yard of space and finishes it into the bottom corner. Brilliant play from our new skipper, and Chorley deservedly so, 2 goals ahead.
Yeah, got to be excited for that one. That was absolutely brilliant from Calves. It felt a little bit like it was going in slow motion, but he just takes it so well. His composure, then just to open his body up, slot it into the bottom right-hand corner, right in front of the away fans in this corner of the stadium. Chorley 2 to the good, and touch wood. That could be a foundation to go and get a first win of the season. Marine have got to respond here and respond quickly, but surely, again, they just look like at the minute, Ewan, that they've got the measure of them. Would you think that's a fair to say?
I mean, you'd say so. Marine haven't really looked too threatening on the attack. There's another Chorley throw here, but I think in particular, Chorley are having a lot of success down this left-hand side. I mean, both flanks actually, when you think about it, but this left-hand side in particular, that's where the free kick came from for the first goal, and then second goal, obviously it's a poor header by a bank which Carls pounces on and eventually finishes it away. Here comes it down the left-hand side again. It's attempted to be cleared. Taylor puts himself across. It goes out for a Marine throw. But, you know, it's all, we've said it, haven't we? We needed to get a second goal. We've got that second goal. Let's try and get a third and, you know, show a bit of ruthlessness.
Yeah, Ewan, I think we have to put it all down to Calves' mum listening into commentary as to why he's got that goal. That'll be a real boost for him, Calves, getting off the mark early in the season. And surely, listen, we're 2 to the good, but...
Strong challenge there, by the way, from Jack Doyle. And I think in the end he did get the ball, but didn't hold back there on Whitehouse. It is a Chorley throw. Billy looks okay. Down the line from Moore, it's headed away, not fully away yet from Marine, and then in the end, Doyle just punts it forwards. Warren Clark battling away there with Sinclair Smith. Clark gets his head onto it. Here's Stephen Balla. He's got a banker all over his back. Balla wants a foul, he's not going to get it, and now Marine looking to break away. Fielding gets across Weldo and stops a banker in his tracks, and Harvey Smith will punt it clear. Rowe with a good header into the feet of Fielding. Fielding got 2 or 3 defenders around in there. And it goes out for a Chorley throw.
And I mentioned it after the first goal, you normally would associate with Marine with being quite loud, quite rowdy, very much behind the team. But tonight, the 2 goals certainly. And listen, it's to be expected. If it was at Victory Park, I'd expect it to be the same around. But, you know, as the saying goes, they've shut Marine up, and all the noise is coming from the Chorley supporters below us, which is great to see. And it's, you know what, it's great to see so many Chorley supporters who've come out in force on a Tuesday night. Obviously 2 games, 2 defeats, easy for them to turn the back on the side early doors, but this has been much better. Andy Priest will have gone out there before the game and said, look, prove a point, let's go and get a win tonight. You know, one of the teams has got to come out with something, you know, unless it's a draw regardless, but the way that they've responded, the way that they've gone for it has been quite remarkable, really, for me.
Yeah, Whitehouse now clipping it up towards Taylor. A banker's gone in a bit hard on him from behind. Nothing given though by the referee. It's cleared up once again by Marine. Harvey Smith just nods out of play for a Marine throw.
Elsewhere in National League North, Kings Lynn have taken the lead against Brackley. Goals are plenty elsewhere in National League North, and of course here at the Marine Travel Arena, it's Marine 0, Chorley 2.
McElhaney's had to come really deep here to get the ball back with Wardle, the captain. Switch of play is going to be cut out there by Warren Clark. I don't think Warren got the correct touch on it that he would have wanted, and he goes out for a throw for Marine. A Banquet takes it pretty quickly.
Yeah, just trying to get themselves back into it here, Marine, and they quite literally have to. Calverley shrugged off by the challenge of,
I think it was Ben Darby.
James Potter. It was.
Was it?
Yeah, James Potter. He was marauding on towards goal, and you know it was looking like a Chorley player who was just trying to, I suppose, like get a footing on it, but not make the challenge. And eventually, the referee's seen what he feels is too much, and was given a free kick to Marine in a promising area. Probably got 25 yards from goal, and Sinclair Smith is over it.
He is indeed. I don't think it was Sinclair Smith who put the ball down, though. it was Jack Doyle who put the ball down.
4-man wall, and I think it's Warren Clark just to the right-hand side of it. So we've got the perfect view of it. Sinclair Smith over it, goes for it, hits the wall, and Billy Whitehouse clears it. So
Taylor trying to keep it there. He does win a throw. Up in the air it goes once again. Fielding heads it backwards, but it's pumped forward by Max Hunt.
Taylor looking to
evading
really
the
press on
challenge,
Butler, and he's done really well already tonight. Elliott on pushing Butler. I think potentially, not that I have any inside information, but it looks to me like they're trying to target Butler. Chance here for Marine on the counter, heading towards the penalty area. It's James Potter who rolls over towards the floor, and the referee says corner kick.
It looks as though he was going down there to try and maybe get a penalty. Referee just points to the corner flag. And it goes from Doyle, it's quite deep, it's headed away.
And this is the area, see Balla there trying to get his footing on it. Referee's given Chorley a free kick in the end after that, but those areas there where Marine clearly commit plenty of bodies forward, you think if Chorley can get the ball out there, then, you know, it could easily be from one end to the other. We saw it, didn't we, Sal Shields at the weekend, especially towards the dying embers of the game, where when Shields won the ball back so quickly on the counter-attack, on the transition, they were from one end to the other, and Marine, a little bit, looked like they're potentially leaving it open for discussion there again.
Lebo going to take this free kick for Chorley. It's clipped out towards the left-hand side. Warren Clark goes up for it. Butler heads it. It's out for a Chorley throw.
Like that from Warren. He just did a little bit of the dark arts, using the side of his body that the referee can't see. Wins his side. A good throw.
Referee giving the standing count here for Warren. Warren's going to have to take it relatively quickly here.
In towards the penalty area it goes. Banquet beats Calverley to it. Clark got to work hard to try and win it. Harvey Smith is up, does really well there, Harvey. Ball comes off of Callum Rowe, and he's done well to keep it in. There's a chase on here. Can Elliot Taylor get there before Barrett?
Poor clearance.
He can't, but like you say, Ewan, it was a really, really poor clearance from Barrett. Just panicked under pressure there, and very nearly could have set Chorley ahead for the third of the night.
Yeah, I've not been particularly impressed by the distribution of Jack Barrett so far in the Marine goal. He's looked a bit... a bit
edgy,
yeah, with the ball at his feet.
Good play that from Callum Rowe, although it's worked against him there, edge of the area towards Marine. Matty McDonald. Bank was just headed it out of play, and it will be another Chorley throw.
Throw in there for Warren Clark just inside the Chorley half. And on it goes, it's headed away by Sinclair Smith. Warren will head it back towards where it's headed away from. It goes all the way back to Max Hunt.
I like that.
Flip it up.
Proper open his boot there, didn't he, Max, to be able to not use his laces, uses the inside of his foot instead. Gets more accuracy on the ball, and a Banquet there, giving the ball away again. The former Bamber Bridge man is having a bit of a torrid time tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I think off the top of my head, that's 3 times now where he's got his touch wrong, and obviously one of them resulted in a Chorley goal. This one's resulted in a throw-in.
He just hasn't been able to cope with the pressure. Not necessarily, obviously, Ballas is sort of his counterpart on from the opposition, I think, from Chorley, but it hasn't looked at it at all. Clark down the line towards Taylor. Ooh. A bit of a rough challenge there. Banquet in on Clark. Chorley with another throw here towards the corner flag on our right from where we're sat. Max Hunt's gone into the penalty area. Rowe has stayed back for Chorley along with Whitehouse on the edge. And he says Rowe stayed back, and he's got the ball, Rowe. Can he put the ball in? No, he can't, but Clark delivers it first time. Oh, that was a heart-in-mouth moment there, because I was worried that Elliot Taylor might inadvertently kick it against the Marine player's head. Thankfully he didn't, but Chorley again.
Counter, Sinclair Smith
Brilliant
falls.
from Callum Rowe, the goal scorer. Ballas there, left-hand side edge of the penalty area, 1v1 with a Banquer. Delivers it off the toe of Butler, but it's a tame cross in the end.
Yeah, I think Elliot Taylor was just waiting more towards the edge of the box rather than right on the sort of goal mouth, which is where the ball ended up going.
Max has headed the ball away as far as Jack Moyes hooked it up rather than away. Calverley then heads it towards Drysdale. Bit of back and forth here, not head tennis but more spraying the ball tennis. Fielding gets it down though and plays it to Harvey Smith, who decides to go long again. Wardle heads it, then heads it back to the goalkeeper. Drysdale. Interesting fact for you all this evening, I've passed on this information from Mark Locke, I won't take the credit for it, is that Josh Wardle is the son of Craig Wardle, who was part of Ken Wright's team, who were promoted with Chorley in 1988. So comes up against Chorley again tonight. Does Josh, and finds himself on the wrong side of it so far. A bank was just won his side of free quick after Callum Rowe was brought down himself, but Rowe brought down after a banquet.
Yeah, I think since that second goal, the game's lost a little bit of speed that we saw in early moments.
Scarborough 3, Spennymoor Town 0. That's been a fantastic start from John O'Green inside. Surely could have the work cut out at the weekend. Hopefully. Could be a good game in the offing there. Free kick from Marine, swung in towards the penalty area. Good area, but easily claimed in the end by Lee Bowen. Decides to go long to try and find Whitehouse. Can he find him? No, it's just beyond him.
I think that was Marine's first shot on target today. A bit of a looping
Wasn't a
header.
shot.
No,
Not for me.
there was a free kick.
Yeah.
There? But I'd say it was. I mean,
If we were doing our stats like back in the day with Oren, Oren would probably say yes, and I would probably say no on that. Very, very tame. I don't think we can really class it as a shot for me.
here come Marine once again. Sinclair Smith's got a bit of a pocket of space here on the right-hand side.
Looked like there may be a chance of an offside, but nevertheless, play continues. Headed away by Hunt first, then Clark, and Balla now looking to apply the squeeze. Clark joining him and got him backwards. A long looping ball over towards a Banquet. Can he keep it in? He can. Headed away though by Jack Moore. Chorley under a bit of pressure here actually. Need to just get a foot on the ball, because Warren Clark this time just tried to rush the clearance, and Chorley could do with getting a foot on it.
Yeah, Sinclair Smith battles well there to win it once again. He's giving it to a banker who took yet another dodgy touch there, the Irish fullback.
And then a rush ball from Butler. It's getting a bit more physical out there, certainly, but Chorley have done really well playing the ball around nicely, and at the minute they're just sort of being looped into a little bit of how Marine are playing. That's not to discredit the way that Marine are playing despite the scoreline, but it just feels a little bit more forced by Marine. A few more long balls, a few more balls that are just being punted. Clark down the line with a throw towards Taylor, headed across back to Wardle. More head tennis here, but again it's Elliot Taylor against James Butler. Taylor's gone down but got the better of Butler. Puts the ball across the face, a goal off of a Banquet behind the corner, and again Ewan, that man Elliot Taylor, his persistence is really paying dividends again tonight.
Yeah, once again, I mean, Butler there, he's gone down expecting a foul to be given, you know, a bit soft, and then Taylor battles on, wins a corner, and really out of nothing, Charlie got an opportunity here to attack the penalty area. So it's Jack Moore again, Charlie sort of crowding the keeper at this moment in time.
And it comes very late, very deep. Oh, it's gone off of Harvey there. Could have gone off of anybody really. Let's have a look elsewhere. National League North. No other goals to report as yet. We will have a little look as well at the Northern Premier League. For those interested, thanks Keith for your kind words. Still life in the old dog just yet. Oh, that's a bad challenge. Could be off here. Warren Clark's left his foot high, and he might get the benefit of the doubt, but when your foot's that high, Ewan, there's a bit of a risk involved, and as I just said,
I think he was pulling his foot away just at the last minute. That might
it's so difficult to say. He's probably going to get at least a yellow.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad when my gut instinct is wrong, but you know, in this day and age with the way that the game's going, when a foot's left high, left up, you can never be too sure. But yeah, a yellow card for Warren. Wasn't intentional, but he is booked.
Yeah, it's a free kick in a decent sort of position for Marine as well. It's got Jack Doyle and Conor McElhaney over it. McElhaney's just adjusted the position of the ball. So it's a 5-man Chorley ball this time.
National in the Northern Premier, Ashton United 2, Whitby 0, Curzon Ashton 1, Bamber Bridge 1. Shot comes in from Jack Doyle, low, no chance of going in there, beating Liebau. Also, one for you, Ewan. Guiseley 2, Berry 2. Yeah, that's the first reel for me, the first effort on goal from Marine. Jack Doyle straight at Liebau.
Approaching the half-time, might be interesting to see how much gets added on. Warren Clark's got to be careful now in his battles with Sinclair Smith. Sinclair Smith just hooks it down the line. Harvey Smith then, rather than clearing it away, skews that one slightly wrong off his left peg and it goes out for a Marine throw.
So 15 seconds left of the 45. We wait the fourth official, Mr. Nathaniel Cox, to raise his board. Imagine there'll be at least 2 or 3 minutes added on.
2 minutes.
Yeah, a couple of minutes added on. Reminder the goal, the scoreline here is Marine 0, Chorley 2. Callum Rowe with a goal inside the opening 90 seconds before Mike Calverley doubled the Magpies' lead.
Balla there tried to put up chase for a ball, which went down the left-hand side. It goes out for a goal kick though. And Barrett sends his goal kick long in towards the right wing. Flicked on by a banker. Calverley will get his head onto it.
Marine trying to play it a bit more intricately, but they've given the ball away, and that's not a free kick. That's too soft for me, Ewan. I don't know about you. Let me get your take on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's that one again, a banker trying to take a touch away from Callum Rowe. I think he sees the foot from Rowe and just hops to the ground. Not too sure about whether there was much contact in it. Max Hunt with a clearance away.
Second ball again. Chorley winning the second, and Calverley's the one who's doing the most with that. He's been caught there as well. No free kick from referee Wall.
Jack Moore in no rush to take the throw.
Yeah, Jack just past halfway. The referee's whistle blows. Gets it down the line, but back towards Moore and Field and slices it. Then Rowe decides to just shank it, hook it, bouncing, still going. Calverley trying to chase it. Drysdale's decided to just lump it as far as he possibly can. Can he find Sinclair Smith? No, he can't. And that sums up Marine's first half performance for me, Ewan.
Yeah.
They've just been hit and hoping it, really.
Just looking at the clock, I think after this throw-in, it's going to blow up now.
That'll do, Donkey. Half-time score here at the Marine Travel Arena. It's Marine 0, Chorley 2. Callum Rose, brilliant free kick taken inside the opening 90 seconds of the game. Got the Magpies off to the perfect start. And then the skipper in on the act, Mike Calverley, tenacious play, battling away, gets himself in the right place at the right time inside the penalty area, slots it beneath Barrett in goal, and the Magpies at the break, 2 to the good. We'll be back in 5, 10, 15 minutes. If anybody's got any questions for us at half time, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Let us know where you're tuning in from, but gonna go and catch a breather. We'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, everybody, ahead of the second half here at Marine. Marine have just got things, I suppose, back up and running for Bobby Grant by banging the back of the stand. Welcome back, everyone. Special shout out to Marvin, who's tuning in from home. Jack Hazelhurst not out back onto the field for the second half in terms of playing yet, Ewan, but he's certainly getting himself warmed up and ready to go. I think he could certainly play a part for the final half an hour.
We might see him at some point during the game. I think we can't also forget this is the first start for Stephen Balla, so inevitably he will tire at some point as the game goes on. It's not exactly a bad change to have, is it, having someone like Hazelhurst coming on off the bench? So
no, we said it before the game, didn't we? The thing that Andy Priest has got at his disposal is Ange Papula, Jack Hazelhurst, Lewis Salmon, Adam Henley, Mark Ellis, Adam Blakeman. That is as strong a bench as Chorley have had for a long, long time. And again, eyebrows were perhaps raised before a ball was kicked at the 11 about the team that he'd picked. And at the minute, Priest's proven his point and his side are doing the talking. Special shout out to Hallie Ellis, that's Mark's daughter. Mark just below us with the ball at his feet. Going through a few diags, and again, Mark Ellis, the experience is there as Marine take to the field here and again. He's banging the back of the stand, our mate from Marine. We love to hear it, especially when they're losing 2-0, Ewan, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he'll be open at his side. Start the second half off much better than what they did the first. As for Chorley, it's just important at the minute. I think Marine are going to try and throw everything at them quite early on in this second half, trying to get a goal back into the game. It's important really for Chorley that they try and weather that storm and maybe try to cause Marine some more problems themselves.
Yeah, in terms of both sides, I don't know if I think they are making a couple of changes here. Marine, I can see Lee Whelan's got a shirt on. Looks like he's set to come on. Could be two changes, in fact.
Well, I mean, it's not overly surprising that Bobby Grant's looking to his bench after what we saw in that first half from his side, is it? A real lack of sort of attacking quality that we saw in that first period from the hosts.
Yeah, definitely Whelan I can spot. The other one, I can't. Is it Newell? Potentially,
really
we'll
tell
see.
from this
I'm
angle.
sure
I
we'll get a shout, won't we, from the fourth officials
Yeah.
board and hopefully by Marine's announcer. But certainly changed in the offing. Andy Priest, is that one change or is it just a vest on? I think it's a coat going back on. I think it was Hazelhurst there who was perhaps just teasing us. Yeah, two changes for Marine.
I mean, even the stadium announcer doesn't know who's coming off.
Yeah, definitely
yet, so
Whelan. Not sure who's making way.
I think it's a Banquer who's come off.
Yeah.
And 22, Ben Darby. The replacement for the ball, Lee Whelan, number 18, Sonny Hilton.
Sonny Hilton's on for Ben Darby as well.
Yeah, Darby, a player I've always been pretty impressed with when he was at Curzon, but tonight just couldn't really get on the ball an awful lot. Didn't seem involved in the game at all.
Yeah, and we saw, I mean, in particular, I was quite impressed by Sonny Hilton for Southport last season when he played against Chorley. So, it's another attacking player who can potentially cause some issues for the Magpie back line. He gets us underway here for the second half.
Yeah, back underway indeed. Marine kicking towards their faithful and Chorley up the other end, and it'll be hoping you in that it continues to be more of the same from a Chorley point of view as
Definitely, yeah.
they try and pick up where they left off. Certainly they could start the second half as well as they did the first. That would be fantastic.
Down the line it goes from Jack Moore from a throw, and it's headed away though by Doyle. Hunt heads it away. He's brought down there by James Potter. Referee, I don't think saw it.
Well, it must be all the wizardry he's using to catch the referee out. Casting one of his spells on Mr. Tom Wall.
And in the end, he's pushed one of the Chorley players in the back and conceded a free kick.
Yeah.
Once again, Lee Bow's going to take this one for Chorley.
Yeah. Potter will certainly be trying to get more involved in the second half, because at the minute he's not quite found his broomstick, certainly in front of goal. And in terms of Marine, I think they've just been lacking that bit of spark, that bit of energy again. Just haven't found the right combination. They haven't got the right spell, the right potion. Ball in from Moore towards the back stick. Smithy was there. Back in towards the penalty area it goes. Keeper comes and goes, leaves it, backpedaling. It's touched on by, I think that's Whitehouse. Was it Fielding? I can't. It's going to be very difficult to tell in the second half, Ewan, isn't it? About.
Yeah. I think one thing for certain though is that it's gone out for a Chorley throw. Warren Clark's making his way over to the far right hand side for us to take this long throw into the box.
And again, set piece opportunities. The Marine player number 11, Conor McElhenney, was left pedaling there. I think he thought the short option was going to come in. And goes the throw towards the penalty area, nodded on, booted away clear, and Jack Moore's trying to put one in on it there. Fielding puts a foot in, and Warren Clark's over on the right. He's done well until he hasn't. Lost it out to a Marine player. He plays it in behind. Sinclair Smith got it, edge of the penalty area, goes to goal, blocked comfortably by Rowe. Come away with it nicely, Callum. Having said that, he's not the best of clearances from Rowe. Just got a bit too comfortable there for me.
Yeah, Marine now got the ball around the back. James Butler goes back to his captain, and now he goes back to his keeper. Elliot Taylor trying to put the squeeze on. Keeper opts to go long. Header in field. Broken through here for Marine. It's a terrible shot from Sonny Hilton. I think he'd have been hoping to do a lot better there. Sonny Hilton pouncing a bit of a loose ball on the edge of the area, hits it on the half volley on the open, gone about 5 yards wide of the post. Bit of a warning sign there for Chorley.
Yeah, that was better from Marine, but still left a little bit to be desired.
There's Fielding on the ball, played out to Whitehouse. Jack Moore puts his foot through it, taking no risks.
I have noticed that Marine looking to put a bit more of a squeeze on. They've got to do that, chase the game 2 goals behind. Surely just not struggling, but haven't quite gotten accustomed to it yet. For me, Balla heads on. Whitehouse had to take action there. Harvey's then gone in for it as well. Done well there, Harvey. Carrying the ball well. Not great in terms of what followed afterwards, but Jack Moore will settle for a throw.
Yeah, as you say, Marine, I mean, we did say this, didn't we, just before the start of the second half, that Marine are going to try and come out all guns blazing, obviously 2 goals down. So whether, whoever Chorley can just sort of hold their own here in the early stages of the second half and build forwards a bit.
Again, Marine have not managed to keep that in, and it's offside anyway. The assistant over on the opposite side, Connor Fowler, has judged that wants to be offside. But I suppose at the minute, Ewan, it's the perfect storm, isn't it, from a Chorley point of view. 2 goals to the good, 40 minutes left to play the game, and again, Michael Harden puts it right there. We don't want to just shut up shop here. We want to keep pushing for it. We know that Marine are going to come at us a little bit, but it doesn't look like Chorley looking to sort of try and park the bus, does it?
No. As ball's turned over in midfield once again. McElhaney does well there to win a foul.
Oh, that's the trouble when you don't have a great view. I just couldn't make that one out at all. And it is, darkness is descending upon Crosby. The lights are on naturally with it 5 to 9 in the evening.
Pass there cut out by Ballard. It's a Marine throw.
Well, why Ballard there? He just give the ball back to Marine. Although Elliot Taylor's nipped in, he's beating it away from Butler. Down the left-hand side he goes, travelling towards the penalty area. Still going here, Elliot Taylor.
It's just a bit behind Ballard
brilliant
from
play
Taylor.
from Elliot there. He cuts the ball back and couldn't quite make out who it was on looking to get on the end of it. Just couldn't get on it.
Stephen Ballard, Marine come back the other way with a long ball over the top end. So Sinclair Smith, he opts to put the cross in first time. Comes off Warren Clark. It's a Marine corner. Jack Doyle again over this corner for Marine, and in swinging corner it'll be off the left peg. In it goes from Doyle, it's headed away by Hunt. Sinclair Smith tries to hook it back in, it's touched down by McDonald, he tries to clip it over. Jack Moore's going to try and see this one out. He's beaten to it, and the offside flag is up. I think Jack Moore may have got away with one there.
Stowell takes the goal kick. Interesting, you mentioned it at half time off air. His dad's here watching again tonight. He's got an eagle view on his son. Whitehouse trying to spin one round the corner for Taylor. He just won't give in again. Brilliant from Elliot Taylor to win the ball back for Chorley. Whitehouse, right hand side, still going. Again in the yellow away kit in towards the penalty area. Back post. It's deep as you say, Ewan. Rose on the end of it.
It's unlucky that from Callum Rowe, just touches it onto his arm. Referee's always going to give it though. Taken quickly here by Barrett, the goalkeeper. There's a definite hand in there as well, I must say, but I don't think the referee's seen that one.
I think it was Harvey with a hand who just caught him there, was it? Or
no, Marine? It was James Potter, as you say. Waiting one of the buttons here. Foul there by the Marine player on Callum Rowe. Yes. Rose stayed grounded for the time being.
Yeah, James Potter with his hand, it was like an invisibility cloak, wasn't it? He just managed to con the referee out of that one.
I do apologise for the listeners at home. So Stowell, once again, taking one of these deep free kicks for the Magpies.
Yeah, just looking to put it into a good area, lofts it in towards the penalty area. Headed away by Marine, only as far as Fielding, formerly of Marine, of course. Driving into towards the penalty area. Oh, looked like he might have gone down there, Sam, but, you know, he is nicknamed a loaf, so it's going to take more than a couple of packs of punches to bring him down.
A bit of a block on him there as he tries to make his way into the penalty area with the ball.
Just had a friend of mine telling me that James Potter is apparently Jamie Carragher's nephew. Didn't know that.
Well, we know that Jamie Carragher has got
a
role behind the scenes, hasn't he, at Marine this season?
Yeah, a team that's, you know, close to Jamie's heart, along with Liverpool, of course. He's made his intentions clear. Warren Clark got to be aware of it. He thought he might have been ball watching a bit there, Warren, but Harvey Smith comes to clear it anyway.
Wins a goal kick there, Harvey.
No goals to report yet. Second half here in National League North. It remains Marine 0, Chorley 2. 55 minutes gone, bang on. Stowell takes the goal kick. Flat one, that one. Towards the head of Whitehouse. Flush onto his head.
Hilton knocks it down. It's a good piece of skill
That was
there
nice.
by Hilton to get away from Calverley. Here's Calverley. Gets his foot away just in time. It's a good pass that, but it's a poor touch by McDonald. And now I thought Jack Moore was trying to look for the run there of Elliot Taylor. Just a bit too much whip on that one, and it goes all the way through to Jack Barrett, the Marine goalkeeper.
Well, the nephew message has been retracted now, so it would appear my friend is factually incorrect on that one. Buxton have had a man sent off in their game at the Erie against Bedford Town.
Calverley battles to win the ball, and then he's brought down by Hilton. In my opinion, that should be a booking, and it is.
57 minutes gone here. Sonny Hilton, the substitute, in the book.
Good tenacity again there from Carl's winning the ball back, and in the end winning a foul. Jack Moore this time over the free kick, literally on the centre line.
Really, really deep one, that. Ballas there. I think Smith's there trying to backpedal and win the ball back. Chorley managed to keep it away though, don't they? I think they've done well there, Ewan, just to weather it a little bit. Marine had an opportunity to try and break away and just couldn't get out of it. And it does appear that more and more gaps are appearing in the game. But as of yet, Liebau hasn't really been tested, has he?
No. Not just yet. Anyway, there's a ball out wide here in towards McElhaney. He touches it down. There is a substitute getting ready for Marine. Can't quite make out who it is at this moment in
I think
time.
it might be George Catter, the number 19, or the other George Newell. It's likely to be one of those two. Both strikers. Just judged it there. Taylor's then clipped a little bit, but Marine certainly looking to up the ante here. But I mean, for now, Ewan, it's just Louis van Gaal long balls.
Yeah, there is a bit of an irony in that statement, which I might let you sort of go into more depth on there, in terms of what Bobby Grant said last season. But yeah, as you say, at the minute, it's just long hopeful balls from Marine, which aren't finding the target.
Well, we'll wait for full time for that one, as Chester have just taken the lead at Blackwell Meadows against Darlington. Their stumbling start to the season continues for Steve Watson's side, and at the moment Phil Parkinson's side are a perfect 9 from 9. So here comes the change for Marine. Third change on 59 minutes.
Substitution for Marine coming off number 3, Jack Doyle. His replacement, number 9, George Newell.
George Newell on for Jack Doyle. So it's definitely an attacking change. I mean, it's a fullback for a striker, so it'll be interesting to see how the shape changes here for Bobby Grant's side. 59 minutes on the clock here. Still 2-0 to Chorley. Ballard as well there to battle and win the ball. There's a clip ball over the top from Marine. It's going to go out for a Chorley throw. Down the line from Warren Clark. Again, it bounces over the head of Balleries, claiming that there's a bit of a tug in there. It's headed away by Harvey Smith. Callum Rowe gets his touch wrong initially, and then he's brought down by Hilton, who's going to be careful on a booking, but I don't think that was ever going to be enough for a second yellow.
Yeah, it was one of those where I don't think it's a yellow if it's a first yellow either, if that makes sense. Stowell Now being told to hurry up, takes his kick long loop in towards Balla, who I thought he showed flashes in the first half, but he's not really done an awful lot in this second, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the first to be sacrificed here by Andy Priest. He hasn't yet made his move on the bench.
Maxwell heads it away in towards Balla. Balla trying to spin in behind the Marine fullback wheel and gets it away. Marine now trying to plug in behind. Harvey Smith's going to let it go all the way through here to Lebo Stowell.
I was just going to say, Chorley haven't got any players warming up, but Sam Bird's just been sent.
Wouldn't be too surprised to see Birdie come on from Warren Clark. Obviously Warren on that booking.
Yeah. I think, well, we marked it at half-time, didn't we, in terms of Warren being very busy. And someone just said it in the chat as well, with Warren being on that yellow. It probably makes sense. Good play that from Calverley, opens up his body to find Whitehouse down the line. Taylor's there, pushed off the ball, and Chorley have a free kick. And Elliott doing a little bit like what Tom Carr used to do with Chorley, being a real menace of himself and winning free kicks for his side. And again, that's just not what the doctor ordered if you're a Marine player or supporter.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's Butler that time who just pushes him in the back. Blatantly obvious foul. Jack Moore gets another opportunity here to send delivery to the penalty area.
And again, what can Jack Moore deliver here in towards the penalty area? A shot comes in and it will be a corner kick. So it did take a nick on the way through.
Yeah, I can't honestly, for the life of us, we can't really tell what happened there, can we? It's ball into the box, looks as though there was a volley in there, and in the end it's gone out for a corner.
Corner that Chorley will happily take. Yet to score from a set piece, correct me if I'm wrong, this season. Well, from a corner. Let me retract that, because obviously he scored the free kick, but from a corner. We haven't scored from a corner yet.
And it goes again, and there, oh my word, almost right on cue.
It caught me, I was still pointing at you, and I think it was Harvey with the header.
One of those ones, really. It might go down as a bit of a missed opportunity. That one seems to get a bit of a yard of space to have in the box.
And you know Harvey, what he's like in terms of his physicality, will put absolutely everything on the line to try and get on the end of it, and he certainly did do there. Elsewhere in National League North, it's Oxford City 0, Harbour Town 1. AFC Salford United have also taken the lead away at Merthyr.
Poor pass there once again by Drysdale. It goes out for another Chorley throw-in. Marine yet again just being a bit sloppy in possession as they look to make another change.
4 changes inside 64 minutes. So Bobby Grant is wasting no time at all. It's I think not sure on that.
Matty McDonald making way.
Charlie Jolly is on. And he's one of the players, isn't he, Ewan, that we earmarked as a potential danger man for Marine before the game. Obviously on the bench, we know what he can do. A lot of experience under his belt. Obviously had a bit of time at AFC Fylde. He's played in the EFL.
Yeah, he scored against Chorley here last season too.
That's brilliant play. Oh, he's given a free kick against Chorley there. It was really good, tenacious play from Warren Clark down the left. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah, Jolly scored a great goal against Chorley the back end of last season. It was a day to forget really for Chorley, that 1-2-1 defeat. But at the minute, Chorley looking in the better position. Good save that from Stahl. I don't think it was ever going to find the back of the net, but a save he probably felt like he had to make with his feet. Sinclair Smith with a shot there.
Yeah, and then it's, I can't quite tell who's gone down there. It looks as though, yeah, it's Stephen Ballard who's been caught from behind, and it's Charlie free kick just on halfway. But I mean, you say there's Sinclair Smith with the effort. He is the Marine danger man, as we have said numerous times. Low shot there. Stowell just gets it away from goal with his feet.
Andy Priest has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 substitutes now getting warm. So will he make the move next? I think so, unless Bobby Grant's going to make a fifth, although they had 3 stoppages, so I don't know if they can make any more changes. I think it might be.
Unless there's a new rule this season, and yeah, I think you're correct there.
Not entirely sure. We'll have to find out. We'll probably remains to be seen whether they make the 5th change if they can. Rowe hooks it long and very much looping as far as Butler, who heads up. And the heavens have just opened here at Marine as well. I don't think it'll play too big of a part with the artificial surface, but one thing's for sure is Elliot Taylor will not stop chasing after the football this evening, and again does well, wins the ball back, finds Whitehouse. Rowe opens up his body to get Balla on it, opens up his body himself. Now that's better from Chorley Ewan, just looking to try and keep the ball for a couple of minutes.
Being pressed there, he's done well to keep it. Max Hunt with a great crossfield ball there, finding Whitehouse, who's got a bit of a pocket of space here on the right hand side here, Billy Whitehouse.
1v1 down the right hand side, headed towards the penalty area. Shot comes in, it's pretty subtle for Billy, left footed. It was a really good move though.
Marine trying to bring it forwards now through the midfield. Here's Drysdale, picks his head up, fizz ball into the feet of James Potter. His pass is loose, it's gone away through to Newell. It takes a bit of a clip there off Harvey Smith, bounces up for Lebo Stowell, but it's gathered by Maloney from Preston North End.
I've just been informed by our very own Mr. Oren Willis, who is a little bit under the weather, so I hope he's feeling better soon. Orion, that the half-time subs don't count towards the stoppages, so
Attendance tonight 1,348. That's 1,348.
that the stoppages, you know, they can make another one because the 2 at half-time don't count. So thanks for that, Oren. Attendance here confirmed as 1,348, and I reckon probably about 100 Chorley supporters in attendance. And so far, Ewan, it's been great value for them.
Yeah, definitely. Free kick given for Marine there, and it's been taken about 5 yards out of where it should have been, so referees ordered a retake. That being said, there are 2 balls on the pitch at this moment in time, so and it's still not been kicked off the pitch.
And you'd think if anybody would want the ball off the field, that ball, it would be Marine. In a minute, they're not. I don't know. Is it just they're not? Really, I don't know. They've got a game to chase after. 68 minutes gone here. Remains Marine 0, Chorley 2. Sinclair Smith over on the right, 1v1 with Warren Clark, who, as you say, Ewan, is on a booking, trying to beat him. Marine, one of them most creative players in Sinclair Smith. He can't beat Clark that time. Hensford 2, Southport 0.
Marine getting a standing count here on the throw. It's taken, it's into the feet of Hilton. He has to knock it on for Sinclair Smith. Back to Hilton.
Oh,
he
it's
goes
gone through his
the
legs. Marine have got a corner. Oh, they've got a
kick.
I can't believe he's not given a corner there. It's right in our view there, Ewan. He's got that one wrong, the referee. But again, from a Chorley point of view, couldn't care one jot.
No, yeah, I think it was more the referee's assistant who made his mind up for him.
So Stowell with the resulting goal kick. Just the 2 subs for Chorley getting warm now. It's Sam Bird, I think, and Jack Hazelhurst. Henley's going back, I think, for another trundle. The Stowell punts it long towards the right.
Whitehouse gets that wrong, it goes up for a throw.
There you go, couple of changes in the offing, I think, here for Andy Priest. 2 players stripped. Won't be surprised if we see some more of Lewis Salmon this evening, as Marine trying to come forward again. Hilton and Sinclair Smith combined. Ball into the penalty area, headed away as far as Hilton on the edge, and Calverley steps in smartly.
Balla there touches it down.
Just needs to carry it here, Stephen. He has done.
Pass. Oh, I thought Billy may have been able to have gotten to that, but in the end he couldn't. Hazelhurst is one of those who are stripped and ready to come on.
Be interested to see what sort of reception he gets here at Marine. Obviously was here on loan and permanently left in the summer to come to Chorley, of course. Sinclair Smith again trying to beat Warren Clark. Balla's done well there using his body. He does the right thing, punts it long downfield towards Taylor.
Taylor just hits it up in the air.
In rugby when you're trying to go for an up and under there, Elliot Taylor.
Another throw for Marine into the feet of Newell this time. Tries to give it to Hilton. It's a bit overhit. Hilton will get there though.
I think we could be after 3 changes here. I think I just spotted Henley as well, getting himself ready. Shot comes in from McElhenney against Harvey.
Another Marine throw. Marine are sort of
Wanting a handball off a ball that hits the midriff of Harvey Smith. Nothing in that for me. Early cross comes in. It's very deep.
and Leebo's smart
Max
there. Lets
Hunt
it go
there and
behind.
Bit of to and fro between
Hunt and Potter.
the wizard that is James Potter. Now Harvey Smith's having a word with James Potter.
Potter's head's gone here.
Changes for Chorley in the offing.
Coming on for Marine, number 11, Connor McElhenney.
McElhenney's off as well for Marine.
So that's the 5 subs made them for Marine.
There you go, Oren. Adam Henley's there coming on for Chorley. So McElhenney off, although he's not walked off yet. His name's being called, but he's still on the field, so. No. It is McElhenney who's been replaced by,
eventually.
not too sure who. Waiting for the
Replacement was 27,
Jordan
Jordan Hodkin.
Hodkin.
Charlie going to make their changes now.
Which I think you'd imagine he will, but the fourth official's got his work out if he's got to press all the buttons. No, they're not.
Nope.
They're
Okay.
not making the changes just yet. Quite interesting that you. I just took my
Free kick there, by the way.
my
for
ear cup
Charlie
off.
as well.
Sorry, and I could hear Marine supporters giving a bit of a way when Leebow took his goal kick. Nothing wrong with the goal kick, and he's won his side a free kick. So, sense of irony there from the Marine supporter down below.
Looks to me to our right that the 3 Charlie players stripped and ready to come on: Lewis Salmon, Jack Hazelhurst, and Adam Henley.
I think you're right on that, and Precy just giving it a minute. I think he wants to get the set piece done first. Jack Moore to deliver it very, very deep, headed in towards the penalty
corner.
area. Will be a corner to Chorley, and I doubt he'll make a change before the corner. Still waiting. Hazelhurst put his bib back on. So has he been told he's not coming on? Or is he just cold? I think he probably is still coming on. He just wants to keep himself warm. Henley as well, also putting jumper back on. So I don't know whether.
Short corner by Charlie. It's not worked. Now Marine potentially on the counter attack.
It's kind of a 2-on-3, and Rose being left back to get on it. Header comes back in, but Whitehouse back doing defensive work there to clear the ball away. Chorley just got to be a bit more streetwise there.
I think it's safe to say we won't see that corner routine again for a little while. Drysdale gives it into Sonny
Too
Hill.
much room here. He's going to go for a goal here. He is.
Spilt by Stabble. He does well to come off and get it. And in the end, there's an offside flag given.
Done well there,
Marine
leading
fans
the end
around
rebound.
us were asking for a penalty. He got the ball on 2 occasions there. But
Yeah, you could just see that open up perfectly for Hilton to go for goal.
Substitutions for Chorley, coming off number 20, Stephen Ballard. In replacement for the 19, Jack Hazelhurst.
Ballot off for Hazelhurst.
Just the one change, I think, yeah? Just one change. Hazelhurst is on.
And he's won a foul with his first touch there, Hazelhurst.
And that'll only do more to frustrate the Marine supporters in and around the Marine Travel Arena here in Crosby. It remains Marine 0, Chorley 2 elsewhere in National League North. No other goals to report. However, Hereford down to 10, a goal to the good against Radcliffe, and Bedford Town have taken the lead against
Billy
Buxton.
Whitehouse here with a good touch. Ball into the box. It goes as a header.
Oh, it's
I think it was
Fielding, yeah, with the header.
What do you do for that to go in today? Long ball forward, headed away by Max Hunt. Only to Whelan. Whelan now into the feet of Potter. Back to Whelan. Tries there with a bit of a yard of space here in midfield. Callum Rowe trying to close him down. He does really well there, Callum Rowe.
Oh, that's brilliant from Rowe. Absolutely sent him. Now Elliot Taylor driving on towards goal. Opens up his
Good
body.
challenge though, that from Whelan. A few boos are on the ground there for that. And the Marine fans not happy with the player being possessed there. To the box it goes. There's a foul there by Max Hunt on George Newell. Looks to be a bit of an arm in the back of the head. Free kick for Marine about 25 yards away from goal.
See Potter again getting a little bit frustrated. Oh, it's Hodkin, sorry. The youngster, you getting a bit frustrated there with Liebau not releasing the ball. Nervy moments again here in Crosby as Marine got a free kick and the chat's gone quiet. Let's hope it's not a case of repeat of Saturday. Papula now warming up alongside Bird.
Sinclair Smith over the free kick for Marine. Three-man Chorley Wall. It's Calvley, Fielding and Whitehouse.
Sinclair Smith, I doubt he's going to go for goal, although he has done. Oh, it wasn't far away, you know. He's tried to catch out Liebau there, but I think he was equal to it in the end, to be honest.
Some more minutes in the tank here then for Salmon. Probably going to get about 15 minutes or so here.
Yeah, good minutes for Lewis here. Let's see what he can do.
Another good display though from Elliot Taylor. Never stopped running once again. Kicked long by Liebau Stowell. And it's headed back to the keeper though by Josh Wardle. Forward it goes once again. There's a high foot there on Warren Clark. In all honesty, I think Warren's made the most of that there. I'm not too sure whether there was any contact on him, but I think if you go down there, you're always going to win the free kick, aren't you? And it's a yellow card
to James Potter.
I mean, he wasn't particularly happy before, and I don't think he's going to be even happier now, is he?
No, there's no way that he can use any spells or trickery to get away from that one. The referee gives him the yellow, and there's no getting away from that.
Warren's still down here for the minute, slowly making his way back up to his feet.
Coming off for Chorley, number 11.
No, it's coming off.
Warren. So Henley for Clark.
Henley's going to slot in at left back for the remainder of this game.
And what I would say, I don't know if it's coincidence or a bit of both, but this second half just hasn't been as lively, it hasn't been as frantic, but I feel like surely you've just taken the sting out of the game in little parts. Marine haven't been allowed to sort of get into the game, surely haven't given them the option to do it. And I think that's what will especially please Andy Priest as things stand.
Yeah, throw-in taken by Henners into the feet of Hazelhurst. Henners keeps the ball in play. Hazelhurst.
Down the left-hand side, just looking to keep the ball, tease Marine's defence, puts it around the corner, in towards Rowe, across the face and into the side netting and behind for a goal kick.
Good little pass there though by Jack, just seized the midfield run there from Rowe in the end. Just a little bit too much on it for Rowe to try and whip it back into the box, sorry.
Fielding. He's also been quietly going about his business, Sam. I thought he was a lot more lively, a lot more busy in the first half, but again, just quietly gone about his business.
Yeah, 80 minutes on the clock here. Chorley still 2 goals to the good. Down the line from Henley. Salmon tries to spin off his marker. gone back to Henley is Hazelhurst. Done well there, really well there, Jack, actually, to keep the ball.
I
Sends
love
it
that.
out to Whitehouse.
Just outnumbered a little bit, Billy, and he's given the ball away there. He's got to be careful for a break on for Marine. Gone back to the goalkeeper as Merthyr Town have just equalised against AFC Telford United.
Ball's bounced over the head of Jack Moore here, and now Marine have got a bit of space on this right hand side. It's a terrible cross, though.
He's got that one all wrong. I think that might have been Jolly. Yeah, it is Jolly out on the left. It's a rubbish ball, has to be said. And I wouldn't necessarily use that term lightly either. It was just rubbish. Stowell kicks it long. 10 minutes left of the game plus stoppages, and at the minute, Chorley looking okay. That's a great ball in behind towards Sinclair Smith. Fire on towards goal. Sinclair Smith continues. Fielding putting him under pressure. Good challenge from Hazelhurst. He wins the ball, and the referee's given a free kick against him. Ewan, your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it's soft. I thought initially Sam Fielding did really well there, getting back to put off Sinclair Smith. You have to assume Sinclair Smith's probably going to be the one to take this free kick as well. But yeah, Hazelhurst coming back. I'm not too sure whether there was any contact made. If there was, it was very minimal. Sinclair Smith makes the most of it. Goes down. Another Marine free kick, probably about 22 yards away from goal. .82 on the clock. I think it's Sonny Hilton and Charlie Jolly over it, so I was wrong by assuming it was Sinclair Smith.
I think it'll be Jolly's left footer here. They might lay it off to him. Yeah, he has going for the layoff. Shot comes in. Deflection.
Well gathered that.
Well done, Liebau. Wicked deflection that, but Liebau does really well to hold on.
Throwing by Henley taken down the line. Once again, Hazelhurst complaining about being held there. It's cleared away by Marine. It bounces. Harvey Smith battling for it. Callum Rowe is 2. Broken away here for Marine. It's a poor pass though, and Max Hunt will latch onto that and send it forwards.
See, that's like the territorial ball, isn't it? Where he's trying to get yourselves up the field, but I do think sometimes that just offers Marine an option back in.
And Hunt does the exact same thing again though, but Lewis Salmon's going to try and battle for this. It's bounced, it's headed away actually quite well.
Oh, he's done really well there to beat away from Hazelhurst. Long ball over the top towards Sinclair Smith. Smith's closest to him. Potter goes down on the edge of the area off the ball and he's furious.
I think it's Hodkin who's pleading his case. Not a happy bunch, these Marine players at this moment in time. Throw-in taken to Hilton.
Sorry, it was Hodkin who went down, not Potter. Ball in from Sinclair Smith. Brilliant header from Sam Fielding. I think he's hurt himself in the process.
Gradually making his way back up to his feet here, Fielding. I think he might have been winded there, Sam.
Hereford have scored a second, down to 10 against Radcliffe, and they really haven't started well in the season.
Sinclair Smith over the corner. Jolly, you've got to deal with this.
Very deep onto the head of Drysdale, and it's headed wide.
Yeah, it's a poor header, really, considering he got a yard of space there, Drysdale, towards the edge of the box. He just sort of heads it the same direction as what it came to him, and it goes a good 5 or so yards wide.
Substitution, another for Chorley. Jack Moore, yeah, I think it's Jack Moore for Sam Bird.
26, Jack Moore. With replacement number 18, Sam Bird. In the 86th minute.
Been pretty impressed with Jack Moore.
Yeah, his first appearance this season, he's held his own on that right flank.
Well, like I say, you've got to really follow up with a great performance after the 2 from Adam Henley so far this season, but Jack Moore's definitely giving Andy Priest something to think about ahead of Saturday.
Yeah, Salmon there just sort of pulled back. James Butler, it's a free kick from Marine deep inside their own half. Clip forward by Barrett. Hunt heads it away. Here's Hilton. Sinclair Smith's got a bit of pocket of space now on the opposite side of the pitch. Clipped in.
Well
Liebau
done,
goes for his line
Liebau.
well. He sends another kick forwards, aimed towards Lewis Salmon. Salmon can't win it in the air. Butler wins that one. Hilton and Calvley going to battle for it. I think Hilton's done Calvley there with his touch, and he clips the one over the top again. Henley gets his body across. Henry's still battling it. It's
Brilliant piece of
bits
skill.
It's going to go all the way through here to Liebau Stowell once again. Just not really clicking correctly at the minute for Marine in the final third, which is good for Chorley to see. Good kick again by Liebau. It's fallen here for Whitehouse.
Whitehouse 1v1 goes towards goal. Shots are coming. Oh! Didn't take a deflection. It looked like the way the ball went in terms of the trajectory that it did, but Marine looking to get on with it. Hazelhurst caught in the back by Whelan.
Hazelhurst on the ball again. He just clears it forward. Salmon's been brought down there by Butler, and it's a free kick for
Be a yellow
Chorley
card,
just on
that.
halfway, and it is going to be a yellow card.
Wahang. 87 minutes on the clock, and Mark Ellis is still having a little trundle. I think Andy Priest has got one more change. He wants it, he has. So will he bring on Mark for the last 5 minutes? Maybe another run up front, or probably more at the back to shore things up. I don't know.
Callum Rowe with this free kick for Chorley, as I say, just inside the Marine half. Sends a diagonal ball looking for Billy Whitehouse.
Good header that from Billy in towards the penalty area. Bounces cleared away from Marine.
Drysdale pass comes off the head of Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst still battling away. Here's a clip ball over the top, headed away by Harvey Smith. Whelan heads it back towards the same area. Calvley gets his head on it, fielding, sends it out to Hazelhurst, and Hazelhurst will just send it. Looking for a run of Salmon. It's back with the Marine goalkeeper.
South Shields have taken the lead in a big game at Morecambe. Huge goal in that game.
Hazelhurst has got to be careful. He just sends a hopeful ball forwards. Wardle now gives it to Hilton. Hilton picks his head up looking for a pass out wide to Jolly. One-on-one with Sam Birdie. He's got the better of Birdie there, and in the end he's sort of run into Birdie and bought a foul, and the referee gives the free kick. Crossing position here for Sinclair Smith. Charlie, you got to deal with this.
Comes the free kick from Sinclair Smith in towards the penalty area. Goes beyond everybody to Chorley's relief more than anything, Ewan, and it will be a goal kick.
Not too sure if the referee booked someone there. He had his book out. He was talking to Harvey Smith there about something.
Didn't see anything myself, but have a little look if I can see anything elsewhere. Nothing elsewhere I can see yet.
Clip ball over the top looking for Salmon. Salmon's touched it down.
Oh, good little burst of place there from Lou. Then Hazelhurst as well, just trying to harry. Oh, he might get booked for that Carl. Yeah. No. He's not booked him for it.
You are very surprised about
That
that.
was a absolute, like, postage stamp Mike Calverley booking that.
Max Hunt wins it in the air once again. Sam Burr's going to put his foot through this one. He's got a lot of height and
5 additional minutes at the end of the 90.
it's a poor header in there from the captain Wardle. He's given Chorley an extra sort of 5 or 10 yards there and a throwing way up the pitch. Throwing taken into the feet of Salmon. Bird once again is now near the corner flag. As well, and he wins a throw-in.
Only one game, goalless in National League North this evening as things stand. Spalding United 0, Macclesfield 0. The rest all have a goal to the name.
Birdie takes the throw-in again and gives it to Whitehouse. I think it's come off Whitehouse last, so it'll be a Marine throw-in right near their corner flag. Bit of a unorthodox one, taking it to the keeper who goes long.
Gonna go out and play that.
It's well taken down.
Oh,
in the
he's
back
done well
corner. It's
there.
a good piece of skill. Looking for a ball in behind. Max Hunt comes across, sweeps, sends it out for a throw. Here's Hilton. Whelan. He's going to look to send a cross in here.
Oh, he's done well then, Newell. Birdie under no pressure. He could just put his foot through that and clear it into a nice area. Good evening to Phil. Tuning in from Saskatchewan, Canada. That was a real tongue twizzler for me, that one, and I'm normally pretty on it with names. I couldn't get that one at all.
Interesting here. Charlie Jolly's holding his shoulder. Yeah, Marina going to have to go down to 10 here if he goes off here, Jolly. I saw a bit surprising there. The ball came to him to keep it in play, to stop it from going out for a Charlie throw-in. He just made a light jog over to it. Didn't really run towards it. He's been holding his shoulder ever since he was brought down by Sam Bird for that free kick a couple of minutes ago. But as I say, obviously Bobby Grant's made all 5 substitutions already, so if Jolly was to come off, Marine would be down to 10 with about, with this stoppage in play,
3
probably
minutes,
about 3
another
minutes
3,
left.
yeah. And that's just what Chorley need. You'd think, touch wood again, I have luckily got some wood in front of me this evening, that'll just about do it for Chorley tonight in Crosby. Again, hope. Big goal in the Northern Premier League for those of you tuning in and you follow that. Guiseley have taken the lead against Bury. Ewan, your thoughts on that?
Interesting one, isn't it? Yeah.
Interesting more so for you than me, but Bury have squandered a 2-0 lead against Guiseley, and for now, Chorley haven't fallen the victim to the same thing.
Whitehouse does well there. He's bought another throw-in for Chorley. Some more minutes off the clock, or seconds, I should say. Chorley fans who've made their way around to the other side of the ground in full voice at the minute.
Marine's one of those grounds as well, because there's only 3 sides to the ground, because the one area that's against the houses behind, and obviously that's what happened when they took on Tottenham all those years ago. All the people were in the gardens trying to book Airbnbs to watch Gareth Bale and go through the fence. And fortunately for the Chorley supporters who were down beneath us tonight, they've had certainly lots to scream and shout about in a good way. Oh!
I mean, there's a bit of a scramble there on the floor. I think it was Lewis Salmon battling on the ball. He's Marine keeper once again.
Southport have equalised against Hensford in the final minute of the game there.
Lebow drops it into his feet. It's going to have to be closed down here by a Marine player. In the end, he goes long, aimed towards Hazelhurst on that left flank. Great touchdown there by Jack.
Valuable minutes in the legs of Jack. Hebben have also scored late on against Worksop. So, again, a few freak results as the season kicks off, although, you know, having spoken to Andy Preece, he didn't think that they were necessarily freak results, just more, you know, some of these teams aren't here to make up the numbers, they're here to really compete. And again, Hensford succumbing a 2-0 lead to Southport late on. Quite a surprise. Oh, Max Hunt just kicked one over the onto one of the roofs of the houses.
Yep. Another throw-in taken quickly here though by Marine. Ball across the box.
Oh, Henley's missed it! Oh, what a save from Leebow! Brilliant save from Leebow style. What a save! What a save from Leebow. The dying embers of the game. Henley just lost his foot in there. What a save from Leebow.
Keeps his clean sheet intact for now. Throw-in taken towards Drysdale. Hazelhurst wanted it more than him and he heads it out for another throw-in. And that is that.
Full-time whistle goes here at the Marine Travel Arena. Scoreline is Marine 0, Chorley 2. Strikes from Callum Rowe and Mike Calverley, enough for the Magpies to secure all 3 points, and certainly deservedly so. And Leebow save at the end there. And the reaction, Ewan. The perfect evening here in Crosby.
Yeah, brilliant in the end, especially for Leebow to get that clean sheet. You know, he's pulled off some good saves tonight. In particular, the distribution's been really good. But as you say, Chorley once again, I think the opening 30 minutes has won it for Chorley there. Just too much for Marine, blew them away in that first half. And in the end, in the second half, they didn't really have to come out of second gear, really, Chorley. Not too much going forwards for Marine, and Chorley able to manage it. And in the end, good 3 points on the board for Chorley. Maybe we can kick on from here.
Yeah, definitely, and a lot of momentum now that we can take into Saturday's game at home against Scarborough. Make sure you're there for that one. We will see you all there. Again, massive thank you from me and from you and for everybody for tuning in this evening. We hopefully will see you all again on Saturday against Scarborough at the Grant Store Victory.